Welcome back, crew, to Boats vs. Haulover, where man and machine take on Mother Nature down at beautiful Haulover Inlet in Miami, Florida. As you can see, we've got a big boat coming in, but with those white caps in the background, it's going to be an interesting day. And of course, this is going to bring us to the first round of our contest, and here in the first round, the boats have opted to go ahead and toss a Dusky in the ring as their first competitor to see how it fares against Haulover Inlet, but let's go! Our crew's working their way out, but man, it's a little bit of a rough day down here, and this crew has made the choice to go ahead and take the slow roll approach. I know sometimes Haulover can be intimidating, which is why we see people come out like this, and this crew right here is going to probably find out, I'm just guessing though, that coming out slow doesn't always quite pay off. Right now they seem to be okay, but you can see how low this bow is sitting in the water because they don't have enough power behind them right now to get this thing through. And as you can see here, they're dealing with some wakes as well. They get over the first one, and now Cap starts to lean into the throttle a little bit, but unless he gets this thing up on plane a little bit, they're going to be in trouble. Like we see there, as they wind up stuffing the bow. Unfortunately for this crew, there's only a few rules in BVH. In two ways you can take the automatic L. One, coming through with kids in the bow with no life jacket on will get you a loss every single time. But also, again, as we've mentioned many times before, if you wind up stuffing the bow, that's an automatic L as well, which is exactly what this crew did as they worked their way out. And they're going to wind up taking a loss for the boats here in the first round. And this, of course, is going to bring us to the second round of our competition, and here in the second round, the boats are going to toss a dynamic in the ring to see if it can get them on the board. Hopefully our captain here has a little better luck, and he's taken the exact opposite approach of our first crew. Cap's got the throttle pinned on this one. Our boat is getting some air, bow high, and man, this is my kind of dude right here. Throttle's opened up, letting her rip, and easily going to take a win for the boats here in the second round. And that'll move us on to the third round, and we are now tied at 1 apiece. And here in the third round, the boats are going to toss a sailfish in the ring to see if it can go ahead and get the boats ahead of Haulover. And this crew, again, taking the slow roll approach as they start to work their way out. Now, they are hugging the south side of the inlet a little bit, which is a good plan. Staying out of the middle is a little easier path than coming right down the middle. Oh, no! What? Come on, guys. Bro, you know you're being recorded. The drone's in the air right over you. You know you can see all the cameras sitting over here on the side of the inlet, and you're really going to pull that move? Unbelievable. Our guy winds up just tossing a can of some kind right into the water in front of the cameras. No cares whatsoever. Unfortunately, in this situation, even though the crew looks like they make it out, I'm going to have to give him the loss, and the boats will wind up taking a loss here in the third round, and that's going to put the boats behind as we move into the fourth round of our contest as Haulover sneaks ahead with a 2-1 lead. And here in the fourth round, the boats are going to toss a CV in the ring to hopefully get this one tied back up. A very formidable competitor. Let's see how this crew does as they come in and try and attack the inlet. And our crew, again, sending it. Throttle pinned open on this one as our boat works its way toward the mouth of the inlet. What's a little surprising in this one is how much bounce they have. This is a pretty good sized boat, but they are using all the horsepower they have sitting on the back of this thing to straight blast their way through these waves as they come into Haulover. And here we go, we're gonna get a show as well as our guy kind of fakes it around, trying to act like he's getting worked by Haulover, but as we can tell now, this boat has it nailed, and this crew is going to wind up taking a win for the boats here in the fourth round, which will bring us back to a 2-2 tie as we move into the fifth and final round of our contest. And here in the fifth round, the boats are going to toss a Van Dutch in the ring to go ahead and try and close it out. And here we go, our crew is working their way out of Haulover. Cap taking it easy behind the helm. Looks like the ladies are even trying to enjoy a nice picnic or something on the table back here, which is kind of a rare sight coming out of Haulover, especially on a rough day like this. And they wind up catching a wave, and oh no! The front hatch is open. And all that water you see coming over the bow now, that's all going into that lower compartment. A front hatch like that popping open, that compartment is going to be soaked by the time they get it closed. As you can see there, that wave right there just rolled right over the bow, dumping water in, and Wifey's gonna run down and try and get it closed to prevent the water from coming in and getting everything soaked with salt water downstairs. But unfortunately for this crew, the damage has been done, and they're gonna take a loss for the boats in this round, and that's gonna give Haulover the win in this episode. Thanks for watching, crew. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Boats vs. Haulover. If you did, please check out our other content. We have Wavy Boats, who does a bunch of great things down at the inlet. My channel, Broncos Guru, do some great comedy boating videos there as well. And of course, we've got the Miami Boat Ramps channel that focuses on all the hilarity that happens at the boat ramps in South Florida. And if you guys haven't already, go ahead and drop an anchor on the subscribe button here.